Welcome back to Titty City, my computer duders. We're picking up right where we left off. I'm actually doing 2 episodes in a day. I don't normally do that. I have more energy recently. I'm not sure why. I'm going to fill in that module I built. What's up, little fish? Do they just spawn anywhere there's water? I wonder if that could be used to make a fish grinder. Bones, yes! The bone zone. Uh-oh. I didn't realize that. Wait a minute, there's air here. What am I doing? I'm so foolish. Perhaps you're a stupid person. You fucking fish. Should I feel sorry for them? I mean, I don't feel sorry for the dolphins who come in here. I don't feel bad about killing fish. They're like barely alive. Right? They're not like something that has self-awareness. They try to live, but then so do microorganisms. Do they feel fear, I wonder? Oh, that's going to be cool. The entire time I live in this colony, I'm going to have zombies walking up to the glass and peering inside. Like fucking Jehovah's Witnesses wanting to hand me their retarded pamphlets. It's going to be cool to have 2 different modules I can access from this dome right away. Dolphins, please. For fuck's sake. And they blame me when I hit them. So, I already did a whole video series on colonizing the Nether. I don't want a reprise of that because of what a huge workload it was. But necessarily, unavoidably, I'm going to have to build some kind of Nether base just in order to safely operate in the Nether. And I'm going to do that soon because I'm going to have to build a portal. I have the obsidian and I have the tools I need. I have to build a portal in order to get glowstone for lighting up the colony without using torches, which is kind of a stupid way to light up an underwater structure with recirculated air for obvious reasons. And I'm going to have to get blaze rods for potion brewing. And I think there's some other stuff I might need for enchanting. I don't know. I think that's all. I think I mostly just need blaze rods. No, that's not true. I also need soul sand so I can grow nether wart. Because nether wart is an essential ingredient for potions. So I need soul sand, I need blaze rods, and I need glowstone from the nether. That's got to happen pretty soon because I really want to enchant my helmet. Although, do I need... What do I need from the nether to enchant? I might be wrong. I might need nothing from the nether. I think to enchant I mostly just need a fuckload of paper and leather because I need to be able to make books. And books take a lot of paper and leather. And then you need wood to make bookcases, and you need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think 9 bookcases in order to fully power up your enchanting table to get the most powerful enchants, which I want to do because I don't want to build a respiration level 2 helmet or a respiration level 1. That's useless. I want... If I'm going to do this, I need to go all the way with it and do a respiration level 3. And I think the respiration level 3 helmet plus the conduit. The conduit is a major new addition to the game, which makes underwater construction and demolition extremely much easier. Because it creates this sphere of influence within which, for like up to 96 blocks, I think, your bubble meter just does not decrease. It continually, somehow wirelessly, like tubelessly supplies air to you. So having that for around my base, and then having my helmet, so I can stray outside of the bubble, the sphere of influence, and still be able to breathe for a good long while, would be just about ideal. That would make underwater stuff just perfectly easy. And if I can destroy the conduit and move it around, even better. I hope when you destroy the conduit, it doesn't explode into the constituent parts or something stupid like that. I hope I can just pick it up and move it like I would any other block. Shit on my fucking... Look at how much dirt this is taking. Well, it's 3 deep. I warned you about this. We're just lucky that I don't have to go gather this dirt, because that would be almost a whole episode in itself. As long as you have enough dirt to do the bottom layer of a dome, you have enough to do the entire rest of the dome as well if you do it in stages. Because all the other layers are thinner than this. So you don't actually need enough dirt to fill the entire dome. Just enough dirt in order to fill the thickest layer. Remember in like 1990s science fiction, there was virtual reality home video games where you could feel pain. It was like a popular gag. Was also Perry Bible Fellowship did it, where they're wearing like a headset and some kind of harness, and then they get attacked by a monster and they actually get injured, or at least they feel pain. Would anybody want that? I feel like eventually they would. I feel like some people would want that. Not just fetishists either. People who want more realism and want there to be consequences and higher stakes. It's hard to take a game seriously until the stakes increase. VR helps somewhat. But if there are consequences that are... It's like how there was that one game where you have to pay $15 to play it. And then if you die, you can never play it again. You're just dead. A lot of people played it, actually. Because that makes everything more exciting and tense. If it's like Steel Battalion for the original Xbox. If you died and you didn't eject from your mech, it deleted your save file. And if you pulled your memory card out, it would delete your save file. So you couldn't... There was no way around it. You just had to play as if your life depended on it. Let's put it up there for now. So there's some light while I build shit. Oh, this is taking forever. Oh, fuck. A buddy invited me to eat Indian food lately. His treat, because I'm giving him like a $24 solar panel. I would have given it to him for free. I don't care. I have too many. I can't actually use them all. And I found out that they didn't work the way I thought. I bought a bunch of Y cables to join them all into one big array, but the thing is I already have a giant 102 watt array, so it's basically just for fun. They were basically just being used as toys at that point. I'd rather they actually be used for their intended purpose. And this guy does outdoorsy stuff, so he'll get more use out of these than I do. I do outdoorsy stuff too, but rarely. Look at how fucking much work this is. This is a full-time job. Why do I enjoy it? Something's wrong with me. Oh yeah, autism. I forget sometimes. Vaccines don't cause autism. Minecraft does. Unless you're vaccinated with Minecraft, and then maybe they cancel each other out. I get down on myself too much for that. I'm actually irritated by people who try to say that autism is not a mental disorder, because it's caused me a lot of difficulties. So it's a disorder. You don't have to worry about hurting my feelings. They're in there somewhere, but they're not easy to hurt. I'd rather, like, autistic people are more bothered by inaccuracy than insults. You can insult them, and as long as it's true, that it won't bother them. Or I can't speak for everybody, I guess. Can I just start burrowing in now? I guess I can, can't I? There's no real consequences to it. I can take care of the sand too, but I don't want to do that right now because it'll fill up my inventory. I'll do a little bit right now just to expose the dirt. Then I'll keep getting it to fucking soil, which is what I really need. It's what I'm here for. Not like in life, but what I'm on this island for. And I wanted to make this a seamount anyways, where the tip is not sticking out above the surface. I'm going to have to come up here with a bucket and dump water on top of it to achieve that. That's going to be fun. Although, if I just destroy the top layer, 1 unit below sea level, and then fill it all in with water around the rim and then destroy the rim, that should be fine. It just means all the blocks of water above it won't be source blocks. See, expanding on the topic from earlier, what wrong beliefs should everybody in society have to humor? Like, most people won't humor Scientology. There's no rhyme or reason to it. They try to make it out to, like, there's some logical reason why you should have to humor trans people, but not creationists. But it basically comes down to popularity. The popularity of a group determines how much they get away with. If a group is perceived as having been victimized, then they can get away with a lot. Oh, that looks so weird, having a dome that close to land. Looks so small from up here. Like God's penis seen from the space station. Fuck you. No, you don't. Fuck. I need more food. I haven't been eating well. That's kind of good though. It's good to go on a diet because I don't burn a lot of calories doing what you see me doing right now. It's not really a high intensity exercise. Moving these touch controllers around in my head slightly. So I've been second guessing how come I moved into a house. Because I don't really need more than a small apartment. If I could find a small studio apartment for like 500. Because I realized when I was sitting in my car, just because it has air conditioning, playing VR on my Go, I don't really care where my body is. As long as it's comfortable and dry and safe and warm. Like, my body could be anywhere. Like in Ready Player One, he had a van that he'd retrofit with VR gear. I guess it's kind of dystopian imagining some slob living in squalor and not caring because he has VR, but if he's happy. Then again, having a button you could push that would send electrical signals to pleasure receptors in your brain would also make you happy, but you wouldn't get anything done. You would just waste away like a heroin addict. Maybe there's a balance to be struck. I'm not sure what it is. I don't have the answers. Don't listen to me. Yeah. Can anybody get that protection, by the way? Like, if I just decided that I was a magical dragon named Cornelius and that I could shoot laser beams out my eyes, could I demand that all my coworkers humor me? Because you can't just make up a religion on the spot and then claim religious privilege and protections for it. Although that's basically what the Pastafarians did. I do have more metal. I'm going to have to mine pretty soon. I'm not looking forward to that. I'm also going to have to make new armor pretty soon. Jesus. I don't like that. I'm going to go eat pretty soon after this. I like my lifestyle. VR, food. Uh-oh. No, what did I do? I used up all my iron on a fucking pickaxe. No. No. Oh, I have some dirt left. It's not a total loss. I have to go get more iron, though. I have some time left. I can do that. I eat, I sleep, I Minecraft. It's agreeable. I have no complaints, except that I want my savings back. All my savings were destroyed by taxes. The first year, I've been living on fucking poverty wages until now. Just, you know, on as little as I could get away with. So it was a new thing for me to have to pay taxes, and the amount that they wanted destroyed my savings. I actually didn't have enough until I gambled on Bitcoin, and it happened to go up a lot within that week, and I turned like 7 grand into 11 grand. It was one of my luckiest trades. I'm gonna have to go get some iron, or I can make a stone shovel. I think I'm gonna make a stone shovel just to get it done. I'm gonna put some of this away too. I don't need this. What do I have this for? Uh-oh. Oh, that's regular stone. It needs to be cobblestone. Weird. This is all smelted stone. Do I have any cobble? Yes, I do. It's weird to need a material that's normally junk. Has anyone ever really built a stone shovel? I feel like they must have in history, but that's not something anybody would use today. So I'm looking at building my own battery-powered lawnmower because I bought one and it sucked. It just wasn't quite enough. And the one that was enough was too expensive, and I realized I can get used Nissan Leaf battery modules off of like eBay or Craigslist. And I only need 3 of them to make up the correct voltage for a 24-volt mower, and those 24-volt mowers run off of lead-acid battery packs, which once you remove those old dead batteries, there's a lot of space. You can pack a lot of lithium into that space. And a guy did it on Instructables, and his mower runs for like multiple hours now because the lithium is just such overkill. So for much cheaper, like the mower itself was used and came with dead batteries, so it's only like $50. And then the battery modules were like $160. So that's that's $210. Not counting the crossbars to connect the batteries, not counting the wiring, but it's, I still want to say less than 250 total, compared to 350 for the shittiest lithium battery powered motor. I mean mower, which is the one I got. This is not ideal. I need more iron ASAP. I need diamonds is what I need. I remember when I finally got enchanted diamond gear, I was just blown away by how quickly the diamond shovel could, especially because I enchanted it. I had an enchanted diamond shovel, and I fucking cried when that thing finally ran out and broke. I just didn't have what I needed to repair it, and I needed a shovel. Do you mind not hopping around? Fuck you. Are you fucking taunting me? I need to dig there. Fucking wildlife getting in the way of my environmental destruction. How much is enough? I feel like I'm pretty close to having enough to fill in that gap. I wanted to do this last time, but, you know, I knew this was going to take a whole episode. I didn't think I'd have to get more dirt, though. I should come up here to hunt for Endermen sometime. Just so that I can get a grassy block. Also, I appreciate that Minecraft is one of the games that doesn't look any worse in VR, because everything, all the textures are low resolution anyway. And this is already a higher resolution texture pack than the game comes with. So you're not missing out on anything by having a lower resolution VR headset than your monitor. Well, it's not lower resolution, it's lower apparent pixel density. Same difference in terms of what you see. But with Minecraft, it looks the same. You're not missing out on anything at all. You can only really notice the difference with textures. Other than that, the fuzzy edges on everything just look like aggressive anti-aliasing. That seems like it should be enough. Will it really be, though? I can go give it a shot. And then after this, if there's time left, I might build... No, I'm not going to build a gate around there because I'm going to destroy this module. What will I do? I don't know. I have to think about it. I do want to build a wooden gate around the moon pool when I decide which module that's going to be. I think it's going to be the one closest to the seamount because that's what I need a moon pool for anyway, is getting to the surface for stuff I need to go to land for. Have you ever thought about what it would look like if Hogwarts was raided by a SWAT team? Like, which would win? Magic spells or modern guns? Because I feel like you could get a round off with a shotgun faster than one of those kids could say a spell at you. How come none of the wizards just use guns? Gun magic. How come Voldemort never used guns? What the fuck? Was this ever covered in the books? I only saw the movies. I'm a fucking heretic and plebeian, I know. Almost done. Holy shit. Well, then I have to clear it out, though. So did you hear that Elon Musk was found to be donating to a conservative like super PAC or something? So despite being an outspoken proponent for basic income, he also wants to keep his money apparently. And Jeff Bezos keeps saying stuff in favor of basic income, but he doesn't pay his workers any better. So you have all these people making superficial statements in support of socialism on steroids, but they don't actually do anything differently. What the fuck did I... There we go. We're going to see a lot of that, I think, just in order to assuage people's anger. Like, don't hurt me, I'm one of the good rich people. I'm one of the rich people that wants basic income, but doesn't do anything to make it happen or help anybody or pay my workers anymore. I gotta tell you how natural VR feels now that I've been using it for 2 years. It feels so natural that using a mouse to perform actions in a video game feels weird by comparison. Not being able to use my hands to reach into a game and do stuff is weird. Like, even if we never got head-mounted displays, even if, like the Razer Hydra, for example, even that was cool, just doing stuff on a monitor. I don't think that would have caught on. I think in order to have motion controls catch on, you needed head-mounted displays, and in order for head-mounted displays to catch on, you needed motion controls. It's kind of chicken and egg thing. They had to come at the same time. Oh man, there was this YouTube video I was watching recently about lizards evolving a new stomach the same way cows did in a short time period, where a muscle loop developed in order to constrict the stomach into 2 chambers so that they could pre-digest grass before it reached the second chamber. And I was like, this is going to be full of creationists, this comment section, isn't it? And it was. They're all like, wake me up when the lizard turns into something other than the lizard. Her. And this is microwave and not evolution, not macro. Microevolution is just a fucking propaganda term that they use in order to distinguish the kind of evolution that can be directly observed from the kind that can't. Macroevolution is just a lot of microevolution, and when you say that, their brains shut off. They just don't want to hear it because they don't have a counter argument. What was I doing? Oh yeah, more shovels out of stone. Because apparently I'm busted back to the Stone Age here until I go mining, and I don't want to dedicate an episode to mining when I'm so close to having this cleared out. Yeah, I forget the particulars. I think it was... the other thing is when you show them examples of bacteria undergoing rapid evolution, they're like, oh, well, it's still a bacteria. And then when you show them examples of speciation, they're like, well, that's just 2 different species of lizards. A lizard can only ever turn into a lizard. And it's just like, how do you not wrap your brain around the concept that if you leave a species alone for billions of years, the changes are going to pile up until it's something unrecognizable compared to its ancestor. It's so frustrating. And I think Christians who accept evolution are like in denial about the existence of creationists. Like, I don't know anybody like that. Well, go look at some fucking YouTube comments. They're out there. They're plentiful. Oh man. I would stop caring about what they think, except they keep having political victories. Pretty soon it's going to be illegal to teach the truth. course, they consider their religion the truth, but their religion is what happens when a lie gets away from you and just takes on a life of its own and nobody can stop it. You convince people so completely that it's the truth that they'll fight and die for it. Imagine if Scientologists did that. Imagine what a public school class would be like in a country run by Scientologists. You kind of don't have to guess because there's the Delphian school, which is in my state. It's really weird having like Scientologist Hogwarts in my state. Look at all this glorious elbow room. Oh, finally. And having that mountain nearby isn't bothering me nearly as much as I thought it would. It's actually kind of cool to have that variation in scenery. I'm coming for you, Ocean Monument. Fuck you. It's gonna take this whole episode. I'm actually already over time. And there's no way I'm gonna get all this dirt cleared out in the amount of time I have remaining. I may have to do another episode today. Fuck you, zombie. I'm inside now. You can't do shit. You can't do shit. Dolphins also can't do shit. Yeah, this is going to take a whole other episode just to finish clearing out the dirt. So that's all for this time. Click like and subscribe. And stay tuned for the next video in which you'll be on the edge of your seat watching me shovel dirt for 30 minutes.